Hi, my name is Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I'm here at Matsuricon 2024 with my good pal, Mr. Kevin Bolk.
What's up? You guys aren't sick of me yet?
I love having you, my friend. You're one of my best friends. So it's been a year since the last time we got the chance to talk. It was at Matsuricon 2023. How have you been since then?
Been all right, yeah. Kind of up and down, busy, doing all sorts of the art thing, and commissions are always crazy. So, and hanging out with good friends, and I'm sure some of you are aware of the big news that's going to be going down in November. So
we're going to keep that one a little bit on a private one.
Yep, that's a private one. But yeah. So.
Since last time we talked, you've made some friends with the old WWE/WWF. For some of those who like the F as part of the name, and have made a little bit of some characters of them, such as Sergeant Slaughter. What's it like, and then how's the reception been from those guests whenever you get the chance to give them the little chibis you make of them?
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I mean, like I grew up in the '80s, so like the heyday of like when it was the rock and the rock and wrestling connection, that was like my childhood. So like leaning back into like the retro stuff with my art, gave me a chance to like go back and revisit those wrestlers again. And getting my significant other into wrestling via Kinnikuman was kind of awesome. So yeah, no, like they're super receptive. Like I'm hoping this year we're doing WrestleCade in end of November, and Jerry the King Lawler is going to be there. And if you're familiar with him, he's actually a really awesome artist. He's a musician and an artist as well as a wrestler. So I'm kind of hoping to like bond with him about art stuff. But yeah, no, they've all been like the sweetest guys, and we've definitely maintained like a friendship after kind of hanging out and exchanging stuff. And yeah, especially Sarge is the coolest. Like he actually came up to us last show we were at with him. He came up and he was just like, "Hey, I love these. Do you think I'd come by at the end of the weekend? What if you don't sell? Could I buy them to give to my grandkids?" And I'm like, "Sarge, like you can just have them, bro." Like, he is the sweetest. Yeah.
I got to meet him very briefly at another event, and I told him about you too, and he remembered you. So
it's amazing.
Yeah.
He's a really good dude.
Speaking of wrestling, it seems that anime fans are also really into this art form of entertainment. What do you think helped draws fans in and keeps them there?
It is easy. I can tell you exactly why. A lot of basically so many of the battle manga, shonen battle manga tropes originate from pro wrestling. Like the ideals of manga, like heel and face turns, like certain story arcs are totally patterned after like wrestling arcs. In fact, I talk a lot about how like Kinnikuman is basically the great granddaddy of shonen battle manga, and they took so many of their storytelling tropes from professional wrestling, and so because of that, I mean the crossover is obvious. It's the same storytelling type stuff, so it's really cool.
Alrighty, now also you recently happened to have your name on the side of a wrestling ring. What did that mean for you?
That was so surreal, man. Like it's one of those things, like if I told like 5-year-old me that like I was hanging out with pro wrestlers and like I was sponsoring wrestling shows, it would be insane. So yeah, it was five-year-old Cabo's like one of dream number 453 checked off.
Alrighty, now you're well known for love of your vintage toys and collectibles. What has been one of the big rare ones you found within the last year?
Within the last year, man. Like the funny thing is, like I don't tend to look for. I like finding weird stuff, But I will say I did a card show a couple weeks ago, and I've been on the hunt for the 85 and 87 WWF tops card sets. They're so like I've never seen them anywhere. And when you see cards, like they usually go for like between $5 and $20 per card, And I looked out this card show, like they were selling like loose packs for like $5 each, and like people were like doing like individual cards for like 25 cents, 50 cents. So I amassed like a bigger collection of those cards just that one weekend than I have in like 5 years of looking for them. Because I find one here and there, like when it was like, oh, I gotta have like Brutus Beefcake or $5. Macho Man, I'll pay $5. That's fine. But like they were few and far between. Then suddenly, like boom, like all of them in one spot. So that was a really cool find.
You're like whaling it up that weekend,
bro. Like, and that set, like getting a complete set is between $500 and $1,000. Of the 85 set, the 87 set's a little cheaper at about $200 to $300. So like, whew.
Alrighty, and speaking of vintage stuff, we have Godzilla had a good new film this year, and you're a huge Godzilla fan. How did you think it went this year?
I am, dude. I feel like a bad Godzilla fan because -1 was in theaters while I was at I was doing like 4 or 5 cons back to back. I missed it in theaters, so like I have not seen -1 yet, but I am chomping at the bit. I'm and Godzilla vs. Kong was always fun. I definitely like Out of the recent Legendary films, I think King of the Monsters is still my favorite. But that's mostly because like King Ghidorah is like my. He's probably my favorite kaiju. So like, and he was like they made him practically biblical in that movie, and I'm just all into that.
Alrighty, now as an artist though, things can kind of get a little tough, especially with how consumer taste goes. How have you been making sure that your art keeps going?
Well, I mean, like when I'm doing this kind of stuff, like the pop culture stuff, I just do whatever. I just follow my heart, man. And people like can sense that enthusiasm. Even people who aren't really into the retro stuff, they like the style, they like my attitude, they like the energy I bring to my work. So they'll, that I've been lucky enough that I've been worried about that because I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna, like these kids are gonna age out. Like I'm gonna age out of all this. Like no one's gonna want to see like vintage '80s Care Bears. But Lord help me, I'll have like 17 to 21-year-olds coming up and being like, oh my gosh, like Care Bears, Strawberry Shortcake, Rainbow Bright, and I'm like, really? Like, okay, no, cool, I'll take it. That's awesome. I mean, and like aside from that, like I do a lot of corporate mascot design, and that is that's been a very lucrative field for me.
Do you mind telling us which one of your corporate mascots would be known to the world?
I cannot, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's a lot of tech firms and stuff, so it's stuff that's kind of like still in development.
Okay. So speaking of how art and your mom was a very big influence and how she stole you out of Color Guard to take you to Otakon.
Otakon 96.
Yeah. What does that mean for your mom to have been so supportive of you from the very beginning of little K-Bo to big K-Bo? It's been, man. Yeah, no, it's always whew. No, you're gonna get me emotional here. No, it means a lot, and I realize how unfortunately rare that is for a lot of people. So like to be blessed with someone who's supportive of your, to a parent who's that supportive of your hobbies and your career choices and interests, and like backing you 100% is a blessing. Yeah, especially to steal you out of Color Guard.
Yeah, no, well, like. Man, yeah. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be here now. Like if it wasn't for that Otakon trip, if they maybe done Color Guard instead, maybe I would be in a marching band somewhere. But who knows? But I'm happy with the path that they set me on.
I mean, I could see you twirling flags. It's okay.
I mean, I still practice occasionally. I can still do like the around the back and this and that. So.
Alrighty, now kind of finishing things up. What projects can you talk about that you want fans to see?
I mean, really, like all my effort right now is just doing commission stuff and the wedding. I'm gonna say wedding. I'm getting married, so like that's mostly where my attention's going to right now. But after that, no, we'll be looking. Like I said, we're still developing the Saturday Morning Tarot deck. Okay. That's still definitely on the forefront of things we want to be able to finish for next year. And a lot of I've been getting a lot of independent wrestlers coming and like commissioning me to do. They saw the art cards, and they want ones of themselves. So like I'm getting more and more into that world, and like I'm getting lots of sponsorships and commissions through that. So I imagine you'll probably see a lot more of that kind of work from me. But definitely the Saturday Morning Tarot deck is kind of what I want to hop on next once we get this whole marriage thing out of the way.
Alrighty, well. I was going to say, where can we follow you, and what message would you love to give to people? Because we all want to say congratulations, probably because we won't physically be able to see Kevin shortly with Sammy, but we want to say congratulations on your wedding. It's been a long time coming. Congratulations. Yeah. Wrapping things up, where can we follow you, and a final message?
Yep, kevinbolk.com. And guys, you've been behind me for years, and I'm always grateful. I love you all. So thank you. Thank you. Gratitude is all I've got for you right now. So... Thanks so much.